Welcome to this week's episode of Outdoor Nation TV. This week, we're going to be covering 3 controversial topics that is being driven by social media and dividing us as hunters. The first and foremost is what constitutes a trophy. The second is vertical bow versus crossbow. And the third, last but not least, that's being talked about every day on Facebook is, should Oklahoma be a $1 state?
That's not what you told me to say, but...
I didn't tell you to say anything. I gave you suggestions.
Was that okay? Do I need to do it again?
Are you happy with it?
I guess.
America, the world's ultimate refuge for freedom and opportunity. But currently we find ourselves divided, deeply divided. Lines dividing race, politics, and religion have been drawn deep. And social media is running the show. Some claim our best days are behind us. But in the outdoors, none of that matters. Here everyone is welcome. In the outdoors, we truly are one nation. This season, Outdoor Nation will tackle difficult topics threatening to divide the outdoor community and gather insight from local professionals on how to bring us together. So welcome to our show. We love our country. We love the outdoors. We're proud to be called Americans. We are one.
This is so incredible.
We prayed about it and everything, and I'm so happy he walked out. You're watching Outdoor Nation TV.
So on Facebook, you know, it never fails. Somebody will post a picture of their buck that they harvested and they'll get ridiculed because, oh, it was too young or it didn't have enough points or they didn't have any trail cam pics of it, the history of it, whatever it be. You know, the trolls out there, I'm just gonna come out and say it, the trolls, you know, sit there and try to make that person feel like the buck that they killed wasn't big enough. You know, it has me personally reflecting back to hunting with my wife, Kristen. You know, Kristen has grown up ever since we've married to be an accomplished hunter, and from rifle hunting to bow hunting, you know, she has a passion to do it all. And so when she looks at a deer, she looks as, would I be happy to harvest that particular buck? And if she's happy to harvest that particular buck, then she's going to take it.
Well, it's the 4th of October. We have had a really good season so far. We have made the switch to the south food plot. We've got a couple of nice bucks showing up here. So it's a north-northeast wind. So hopefully our wind will stay good and we won't get busted and we'll have a great evening. I don't think it's Kurt. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. That's the middle one.
Have you heard anything I've said today?
Firelight gives back to the Salvation Army in weekly donations, which help us feed over 36,000 people a year.
Firelight gives back to Team Zoo. We have children within the Shawnee community that would not be able to play youth athletics, including soccer, if it weren't for Firelight Grocery.
Firelight gives back with receipts for schools, and you should be saving your Firelight receipts for a local school.
Firelight Discount Foods, your community grocer, making a difference.
You've been on a hell of a ride.
On stage, I joke about I've been out making up these songs and playing them everywhere for 23 years, and in 2017, at 39, 40 years old, I'd be coming up and coming.
Floating in the water, floating in the sky. Never been so broken, never been so high.
Welcome to Shawnee Feed Center. You want muck boots? We got them. You want Carhartt gear? We got them.
Bat supplies.
We got that too. We've got livestock feed that's made here locally since 1906. Dog food, pet food, we got that too. We got tons of it, literally. Seed and fertilizer, we got that too. We have cone seeders, we have discs, we have rototillers. So come and see us here at Shawnee Feed Center. We have everything that you need.
I can't, I don't got him in my beep. Where'd I get him at? Oh my God, I'm so tired. The shooter buck that we've been after, he came up, had him on 20, but I think he was like 10 yards here. I put an arrow through him, he did a huge donkey kick. God, please be a good shot. Oh gosh. Well, we're back out here this morning. I shot the buck last night that we've named Curly. My shot was low, so we backed out. Went home, reviewed the footage. Jared and I will probably watch this footage 100 times. So we're gonna head in the woods and see if we can find him. We've been searching for over 2 hours. He's still breathing, so I'm gonna have to get over here and get a second shot in him. Yep, he's down. Woo, yes!
Kristen's hunt was a perfect example of what constitutes a trophy in my eyes, because you see the excitement in Kristen after she harvests that buck in Oklahoma, and that's what it's all about.
Well, Jared and I finally got him out of the woods, and here is the buck that we call Curly. I could not be more happy. I mean, my second bow buck, my biggest bow buck. The reason we call him Curly, because as you can tell, every time, nothing is straight on this buck. Even the main beam, it knots up and curls out. Thank you, Lord, thank you.
What constitutes a trophy is a very personal question, different and unique to every hunter. Something that I might find as a trophy could very well not be a trophy to a new hunter or a more experienced hunter. And I've only been hunting about 10 years, and the type of deer I'm after is definitely different. Outdoor Nation TV, we're not asking or promoting one or another position on what is or is not a trophy. It's something that's very personal to each and every person.
I don't even know what to say. He's not a trophy by most people's standards, but he is a trophy to me, 4 years running.
Well, guys, the question comes up all the time. What is a trophy? What's a trophy deer? What's a trophy elk? And guys, that's whoever's hunting to me, whatever someone wants to shoot, that is the trophy. You know, we all started as a youngster, and I truly believe a trophy for one of them might be a doe, it might be a small buck. And even someone that's elderly that's never shot a deer, that could be the same thing. You know, maybe it's that you've shot 25 deer, but you still love shooting a 6-point. Who cares? That's what you love, that's hunting, do it. I mean, I truly believe that 100%. One thing that's always brought up is that's my deer. That is not your deer. You might grow him, he may be right there on your property, but that's God's deer. He jumps from one property to the other. If someone shoots your deer and they love it, hey, that's hunting. And as a hunter, we should be slapping them and telling them great job on the back and not putting them down for it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Have you heard anything I've said today?
Jeff Foxworthy live on stage.
I walk into the kitchen where my wife is. I said, hey, I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck.
Saturday, April 27th, Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee.
She said, was he driving? Were Carol and the kids in the car with him? I don't know. I just got a text that said, please pray for Tom. He was in a bad wreck.
Buy tickets now at the Fire Lake Arena box office or online at firelakearena.com. Presented by Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee.
She said, well, you don't know anything. What do you know? I know you need to pray for Tom. I just got a text said he was in a bad wreck.
Visit jefffoxworthy.com for more.
I came to Oklahoma Family Dentistry because I had an ill-fitting partial. I was extremely ashamed of my appearance and my smile. My first visit, I came in tears, and I was reassured by Dr. Hall about how everything was going to be okay. They was going to be able to help me. I just feel beautiful.
I'm Barrett Hall with Oklahoma Family Dentistry. We provide affordable, compassionate care for you and your family.
Why is music important to you?
Music have no color, have no definition. It comes from imagination and it goes to your soul. It flies right where the good stuff is. And I want to be where the good stuff is.
Like a fool, you're on your knees, oh, begging.
I haven't been able to shoot my bow a lot, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit. For me, I'm using the girl's crossbow. That way, I make sure I put a good ethical kill shot on it. But the good thing about using the crossbow is something I want to point out is that even though it feels a little bit like I'm cheating, just that's a personal preference of mine. I love to see anybody get out there and hunt any way they can. That's what we're about at Outdoor Nation, we want you out there hunting with a crossbow, compound bow, recurve, spear, whatever you got.
I've been asked about crossbows and what I think about the retrospect of them being legal in the state. You know, first, they're legal means of archery equipment. Second, it gets youth, women, handicapped still involved, so that's kind of where I'm at on it. If it's legal, I'm good with it.
Well, it's December the 20th. We've been chasing, getting some really good pictures, 2 really good 10 points.
Crossbows has been a big part of what we do here with the kids and here at the Gage House, but my dad also uses a crossbow. He's a 100% disabled veteran, and about, 15 years ago, he wasn't able to draw back a compound bow any longer. And so being able to shoot a crossbow has allowed him to stay in the woods, and we're still able to enjoy all kinds of hunts together.
And this is such a nice blackjack, white-tailed deer from Oklahoma. And I managed to get a good shot on him, as you can tell right there, at about 30 yards.
Okay, go ahead and get your crossbow. You got your crossbow. All right, turn around and stand up. He's walking straight where I'm pointing the camera. Here we go, do the thing. Pick it open. That was crazy. We just had a monster come in on us. And, dang it. He's cruising. He came in, but he was about 55 yards, and I didn't want to take that shot with my crossbow. So, boy, that was exciting, I tell you what. It's a beautiful deer.
I personally shoot a crossbow. There's a couple reasons for that. One of them is a very personal reason. The other one has to do with my health. I have severe lower back injury that prevents me from really drawing anything over 40 or 50 pounds without being in an extreme amount of pain. And so a crossbow allows me to experience a full bow hunting season without having to tear myself up.
Well, it's Tony Collins. I'm back 80 Boys head pro staffer here, Williamsburg, Kansas on November 7th. And Farmer's Almanac says if you're gonna hunt any day of the year, today's the day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Have you heard anything I've said today?
You've been on a hell of a ride.
On stage, I joke about I've been out making up these songs and playing them everywhere for 23 years. And in 2017, at 39, 40 years old, I've become an up-and-comer.
Floating in the water, floating in the sky. Never been so broken, never been so high.
Make plans now to attend the Fire Lake Firefly Balloon Festival, coming August 9th and 10th to Shawnee, Oklahoma. It's free and open to the public. There'll be 25 balloons filling the skies, plus balloon glows Friday and Saturday nights. Balloon rides available for purchase, plus there'll be live music, food trucks, retail vendors, and lots of family-friendly entertainment and fun. Coming to Shawnee, Oklahoma, August 9th and 10th. For more information, log on to FireLakeBalloonFest.com.
Why is music important to you?
Music have no color, have no definition. It comes from imagination and it goes to your soul. It flies right where the good stuff is. And I want to be where the good stuff is.
Like a fool, you're on your knees. Oh, begging, please.
So the third and final topic is, should Oklahoma be a $1 state? And man, we could do a whole episode over this. There's particular Facebook groups that I'd like to mention is Oklahoma Deer Coalition. The guys are very, very passionate why Oklahoma should be a $1 state. And there's some people that just don't agree with them. So we're not saying whether or not Oklahoma should be a $1 state, but we're giving everybody the opportunity to tell us why.
It's our third day here in Kansas, second morning. running the same blind that we put up when we got here on Wednesday. I don't know, I'm a little bit flustered. In the big buck state of Kansas, we've seen a few does and some small dinks just running around here and there. It's cold, and we've got the buddy heater running over here, so warming up my hands and feet. At least if we don't see a deer, I'm gonna be comfortable. Got him, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
I got him. I got him. I got him. Come on. Yes! That's a freaking stud right there. That's a freaking stud. That is a big buck.
Hang on, hang on.
That is a big buck right there. Oh my God. That is a stud down in Kansas. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is my biggest buck. Absolutely by far. I didn't think it was gonna happen. We were sitting here, just exchanged the propane out in the buddy heater because it went out. Looked up, Kristen said there's a stud. He's coming over the hill back down into these woods. He probably could have got a little bit further down in here, but I didn't want him to spook. And I am excited. I am pumped. Oh my God, that's a stud. That's a stud of a deer. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Oh my God. That's a freaking stud. Thank you, Lord. Let's go put our hands on this big boy.
Oh my God.
It's like I just shot him all over again. Man, let's get behind him here. Oh my God, Kristen. Look. Look at the head. Here he is. My Kansas stud. Here on the third day of rifle season. I got a muzzleloader tag, like I said, for early September. But if you don't fill it, they let you come back during rifle. Luckily, he's not broke off, and I am excited. Like I said 100 times, this is my biggest deer, and it was all captured on camera by my wife, Kristen, and I can't thank her enough for coming up here with me. I can't thank anybody else enough that my mother-in-law and father-in-law for watching Mason, letting Kristen and I come up here and do what we do. I'm just gonna thank the world because I am ecstatic here. Wow, what a deer.
I've been guiding and outfitting in Oklahoma and Kansas for about the last 18 years. As you all know, Kansas is well known for big bucks. Part of that is because of the 1 buck limit, and they don't rifle hunt the rut. Oklahoma, on the other hand, has always rifle hunted the rut, but they're coming on strong. There's a lot of big bucks being killed in Oklahoma the last several years, partly because of people and the way that they're managing their farms. Trail cameras and everything have revolutionized this sport to where people are starting to learn that, you know, if they let a deer walk, that it's going to be bigger the next year, and so on and so forth. So the 1 buck deal in Kansas is great. It's working for them. Oklahoma has been 2 buck limit for the last several years. It's working right now. I think it could be better if it was 1, but hey, it's working the way it is, so we'll see where it would go from there.
I was born and raised in Oklahoma, and now I live and hunt in Kansas. And I find it fascinating, this conversation about whether or not Oklahoma should change and become a 1 buck state. Iowa, Kansas, Illinois, those are all have now become world-class whitetail hunting destinations due to the quality of their deer herd, and yet they have different philosophies and different principles at play for how many bucks that a person can harvest. But either way, it's a fascinating topic, and we certainly want to respect everyone's opinion when they offer it in the right way.
So wherever you stand on this, we're not going to disagree or agree with you. We're just trying to give everybody their opportunity to say their piece and say why they think this is better than the other.
This is getting ridiculous.
We hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next week for a little taste of self-filming.